Welcome to Chamber Chat with Mary Beth Horton. Chamber Chat is a weekly program focused on keeping you connected to your community, the place we call home, where we work, play, and raise our families, featuring updates on economic development, the latest news on businesses moving into our area, networking opportunities, and upcoming community events for you and your family. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you enjoy today's program. Now here's your host, Habersham County Chamber President, Mary Beth Horton, and her special guest.
Welcome to the April edition of Chamber Chat. It's one of my favorite seasons and another reason why I love living here in Habersham County. But I'm really excited about where we're headed today because I have had this on my bucket list since I've lived here in Northeast Georgia. You've probably heard that Habersham County boasts the best fly fishing this side of the Mississippi. Well, we're going to jump in the car and start our journey at Black Hawk Fly Fishing, and in just a few minutes we're going to get into the Sequoia River and catch some trout. But first we're going to check in with some of the owners and the guides to find out more about Black Hawk. Okay, we're here at Black Hawk Fly Fishing. I'm with Abby J, the owner of Black Hawk. Abby, thanks for letting us. I've been so excited about this for a really long time. This is like a bucket list item for me. So I know we're about to get suited up. But before we do, I want you to tell us a little bit of background of when did Black Hawk get started, how long have you been part of it, and I'm going to let you hold the mic, and your crew's going to come and help me get suited up.
Right. Well, welcome, Mary Beth. We are so happy to have you, and we love to have beginners come, people that have never fly fished. So when you come up and you've never had any experience with fly fishing, we can suit you up. We are on the Sims program. We have all the equipment, all the waders and boots, and we got started 21 years ago. It was out of love and taking care of the river. John Jackson and I opened it, and he wanted more river management to have a better environment. And we also fly fished in Maine on our honeymoon, and that was another reason we just fell in love with it.
You guys get people from all over. Where do your typical clients come from?
That's a good question, Mary Beth. And you know, we had to go to fly fishing shows. We had to go out west. We had to learn about this business, and we could get them from Montana to Canada, northern New York. I mean, in the wintertime, those fly fishermen come down here because it's too cold to fish up in the northern areas, as you know. But, you know, it's about marketing your destination, I guess. And we've done a good job with attending a lot of fly fishing shows. Of course, social media came about, and we're just so blessed to meet all these wonderful people. I think it helps with the agritourism part because we do have a farm as well. And as you know, I have a passion for food, and so I get to feed my fishermen right here at this table. So it's a great way to really invite those that have never fly fished. And I've got some wonderful guides. Y'all come over here. I want to introduce Matt Dorsey and Eli Crumbly. They've been here with me for a while. And why don't you tell them what you love about it?
It's just a beautiful fishery. We've got a bunch of fish here and waiting for y'all to come catch them.
My favorite part is just seeing the smile on people's faces. It just makes dreams come true, and that's my favorite part about it.
Like making a memory here at Black Hawk. So we're going to suit up and go to the river.
I'm ready.
All right, well, let's go.
All right, Miss Mary Beth. So we're going to hold this rod just like a golf club, in the fingers, thumb up on top.
Okay.
Now, this line we always want underneath our index finger.
Okay.
That's going to be a trigger finger.
Okay.
And so you may have seen a river runs through it and a bunch of people making these big, long casts. We're going to try to stay away from that today.
Okay.
We're going to use a simple roll cast. And how we're going to do that is we are going to lift this rod tip straight up. We're going to have it pointing right at the sky. We're going to get our elbow up, and then from there, wherever we point our thumb, that's where our flies are going to go.
Okay. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just making a light cast, I guess.
Yes, ma'am. There you go. Good. Lift that rod tip just a tiny bit higher. There you go. And follow it downstream.
Come on, fish.
Yeah.
Got it.
Rod tip up, rod tip up, rod tip up, off center, off through line. There you go. Rod tip up, fish on. Yes, sir. All right, so get ready to reel.
I'm so excited. Oh, he's strong. Okay. Yeah. Whoa. Oh my gosh, he's strong. Woo! Yay! Woo! Hi, buddy. It's beautiful.
Wow,
Okay.
what a beautiful day it's been. And I'm so happy that you caught
This was awesome.
your first big
I know.
trophy
Oh my
here on the
gosh, you
river.
guys.
Thanks to Eli and Matt. Wonderful. Thank
Yes,
you.
I have it like an adrenaline rush happening right now. And I got a rainbow trout, which is what I wanted.
And
So,
guess what? I lost mine under a tree.
well, it's okay. I lost several.
Yeah,
But
so,
that was
anyway.
fun.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, this was
we'll
so
see
fun.
you again soon.
Absolutely, we'll be back.
Absolutely.
Welcome back. If you're from Habersham County, then you probably recognize where I am. This backdrop is iconic for our area, and this business alone has brought hundreds of thousands of visitors to our community. Mark of the Potter is the oldest craft shop in the same location in the entire state of Georgia. And this year, they're celebrating something pretty significant, their 50th anniversary. We're going to talk to the Mark of the Potter family and learn more about this amazing business that sits right here in our own backyard. Let's go inside. We are here on the deck of Mark of the Potter up 197 in Clarksville, and I'm joined with the owner, Chad Peck. Thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for being here.
Gosh, this place is gorgeous, and I want to know a little bit about the history of the mill, because it started out as a mill, so tell us a little bit about the history of that.
Well, the mill was built by a father and son team, Alan Watts and his son Robert. They used to build mills up and down the Soquet River, and this mill actually used to grind different types of grain, a lot of it being corn. And upstairs, above the shop, is where a lot of the corn used to be sprouted for the moonshiners.
Oh, wow.
A long time ago, this street here was notorious for being the Moonshine Highway.
Moonshine Highway, yeah.
Well, now it's Scenic 197.
Yeah.
But the mill was operational until the early 60s when a big flood came through and actually destroyed the turbine and all the mechanics of the mill.
So then how did Mark of the Potter come out of the mill?
There was a couple in the late 60s that used to travel from Atlanta up to Lake Burton. Well, they used to come and stop and, they would buy some cornmeal here, and they just loved the location. They found out that after the flood that it really wasn't for sale, but they offered a price for it, and they sold it to the LaRue's. And after this, they decided that they were avid potters, but they decided that they wanted to make it a nice little local pottery shop.
Yeah.
And they sold a lot of pottery here. They bought pottery from different potters in the local region.
Yeah. I want to talk about these fish that are down right below us. These are trophy trout, and I think in just a minute we're going to feed them, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, let's go do that. Okay, this is Victoria, and she's going to show us how she feeds the fish. So, Victoria, do your magic. So what different types of trout are we looking at down here? I see some different patterns.
Rainbow, brown, and brook.
And Brooke, which one's your favorite?
I think the rainbow.
That's the pretty one that I keep spotting. So all day long, they eat food. So you can come here and get you a little handful of food and throw them out over the deck to the fish. That's what people like to do, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know that these trout are a popular part of Mark of the Potter, in addition to all the other wonderful things that you have. And I think we're going to head inside and take a look at the inside of your store. Okay, this is local potter Matt Henderson, and he is behind the wheel. He's going to show me how to throw some pottery, and then we're going to watch him do his thing.
So the first thing you got to do is center the clay so it's not wobbling around like that. Plenty of water so it's nice and slippery. Kind of cone it up like this.
Wow.
Push it back down. So I've opened up the well, as we call it, and then smooth out the bottom. And then we're ready to pull up the walls.
You make it look so easy.
So the trick is to apply just enough pressure to get that clay to move. So I pulled up the walls. Now I'm going to refine the shape a bit and also remove the water from the surface. And
It's perfectly round.
then we'll trim the bottom. Smooth the lip a little bit here. And then we'll cut it loose. So like I said, I'll put this aside, let it set up overnight, and then tomorrow, see if I tried to put a handle on that right now, I just mess it up. So it's got to firm up a little bit. So
And voila, just like that. Somebody will be drinking coffee out of that in just a couple of days.
a couple of weeks.
Or weeks.
Want to try it?
Of course I do.
Stay with us. More talk coming up on today's Chamber Chat. We'll be right back with Mary Beth and her guest.
Okay, now remember what I said. First thing you got to do is center it.
Okay.
So get lots of water on it.
Okay.
Get the wheel going. Faster. There you go. Now, you got to really lean into it.
Okay. Can I just make a coaster? Because that's what it's looking like.
Now, this is a fairly typical beginner's mistake here.
Well,
Where-
see, I took my eyes off of the wheel.
You did. I distracted you.
Now it's like a little tea pitcher.
A bowl is really about the easiest form to make.
Okay. By the way, Matt's actually doing this for me right now. I'm just putting my foot on the accelerator.
And we have a bowl.
We have a bowl with a funny little edge, but that gives it character.
That's right. It's character. It's an art bowl.
Is this going to be your top seller?
Must be, yeah, definitely.
Flying off the shelf? I did it.
There you go.
And we have a bowl that actually the bottom just fell out of. And we have a funnel. Thank you, Matt. I clearly have never done this before.
First time, huh?
There's a first time for everything. And now I can say that I was a potter at Mark of the Potter.
There you go.
Okay, now we're joined with Maite, who's here in the room where all the mugs are. And I understand you guys have a really big celebration coming up, big anniversary. We talked about it earlier. Tell us a little bit about what you guys have planned, what's going on.
Yes, we're celebrating 50 years of being in business. The actual anniversary is May 1st, which is on a Wednesday, so we're going to postpone until May 4th, which is Saturday. Day-long festivities with live music, some good food, some nice giveaways.
But you're celebrating the 50th all through the month of May. It's just going to be on that Saturday, May the 4th. So we want to invite everybody to come up to Mark of the Potter on that day. Now, you guys are holding some pretty cool commemorative mugs. You want to tell us about those?
Absolutely. For the 50th anniversary, we are actually designing a lot of commemorative items, not just mugs, but other items, and they're going to be sold on the day of the party, May 4th.
Well, I love it. This has been a real treat, guys. Thank y'all so much for letting us come in, feed the trout, throw some clay on the wheel, make a really cool funnel, and we look forward to seeing you guys May the 4th. And for folks who are looking to find out more information about this, you guys have a Facebook page,
Yes.
also markofthepotter.com.
Yes.
And Instagram. So they're all over social media and on the web. So you guys check them out and be sure to come back May the 4th as they celebrate their 50th anniversary. Thank you guys again, and we'll be right back.
Stay with us. More talk coming up on today's Chamber Chat. We'll be right back with Mary Beth and her guest.
Welcome back. April is a big month for one of our businesses. So our journey ends at the Family Resource Center of Northeast Georgia. The Family Resource Center is our community's go-to place for parent education and support to help strengthen families and their abilities to raise healthy children. Let's go in and find out more about this organization and what the month of April means to them. I'm here with Jennifer Stein, Director of the Family Resource Center. Jennifer, thank you for being part of today's program.
Good morning.
And can you tell us a little bit about what services the Family Resource Center provides for folks in our community?
Absolutely. We, everything that the Family Resource Center does helps lift a family up. We want to build strong families. In turn, by building strong families, give them the tools that they need to be successful. In turn, we're going to have healthy families, we're going to have nurturing families, and we're going to have successful future adults. So that's really what we try to do. Through that, though, we have a variety of programs that allows us to do that. Here at our annex, we have free parenting classes, we have free life skills classes and workshops, we do prevention workshops, some fun support groups. We have one that's called Let's Talk. We do a parent cafe where it's just mixing and mingling with other parents with some fun, intentional questions. And then our newest curriculum is called Positive Parenting Program. We were so excited about bringing that to our community because the key thing we always hear from moms and dads is, tell me what to do. You know, when they have the breakdown in the grocery store, or when I'm at church and they're not sitting still, or as a teenager and they want the cell phone, and all of those different dynamics. The Positive Parenting Program focuses on discipline strategies and behavior management. It's 4 weeks in person, and then 4 weeks of it is one-on-one phone call consultations.
Okay.
That way you can hone in on what your family's experiencing. The workbooks are free, and what's exciting now is through a grant, our evening classes provide free childcare. And we also have transportation available. So just trying to remove those barriers so every family can have access to what they need.
Absolutely. Now, why would a family reach out to you? I'm sure there's qualifiers maybe out there why, these services would be beneficial to one family over the other.
That's a very good question. So when it comes to our therapy, we went after funding to help support individuals that have had difficult childhood experiences. There's a lot of research, Mary Beth, that says that we as adults, if during our childhood we experienced a traumatic grief, maybe an intimate family member died, or maybe we as children or adults had substance abuse issues, or divorce, separation, maybe we were bullied as a child. So adult survivors of those type of experiences, and the list is pretty big. It doesn't take much to qualify.
Yeah.
And then of course any children that are living through that now. And so these difficult times in our childhood can cause huge health issues for us when we hit adults, both emotional effects as well as physical effects. So we're running 7 days a week, 12 hours a day with all sorts of activities.
You guys are very, very busy, but such a tremendous asset in this community. Now, I want to talk about your classrooms because you've got some amazing, 2 spaces here, two different buildings,
right,
both serving the same mission, but tell us about the classrooms here and what all is here when families come. You've got toys here, you've got artwork here, you've got sort of everything. It's colorful, it's cheerful.
Very good. The therapy sessions, our therapists use a lot of art therapy. They also do play therapy. So 3 years, you're just going to play, you're going to do an activity together. And the therapists are very lively. So each of the therapy rooms are very child friendly. Upstairs, for those of us that need childcare while we're taking parenting classes, we have a great childcare room, and it is staffed with one of our members that have been vetted and have gone through all the different background searches and training, so you can be assured that your children are going to be in good care. The classroom, there's a lot of hands-on activities. If somebody were to come to our budgeting workshop, we teach the envelope system. They're going to walk away that night with exactly how much they need to pull away from each paycheck to go to the various categories. They're going to have an envelope system that's labeled and ready to go. And so we really help them break it down into very detailed steps.
I want to talk about this month is Child Abuse Prevention Month.
Yes.
So what all are you guys doing to raise awareness about this issue throughout the month?
Very good. One of the things that we've done for, I think, over 15 years is our metal ribbons display. At the front yard of our Family Resource Center, the Visitation Center, you'll soon see a banner and close to 500 metal ribbons. I would say in the past, Mary Beth, those ribbons represented a child in our community that was affected by abuse. And most of the abuse that our area experiences is neglect. That neglect is due to substance abuse and sometimes just not knowing any better and not having the resources to care for their children. So those metal ribbons in the past would represent a child affected by that. Through the Family Resource Center, we can almost change that message now, and so exciting to say that probably one of those ribbons of the 500 represents children that are now positively affected by the programs that we offer here.
I want to talk about you guys do several different fundraisers throughout the year to help raise money for this. So tell us a little bit about what some of those are, what's upcoming that we can be planning for.
Thank you. So a new one this year, we're really excited, is called Lollapalooza. But we're looking for adult swimmers, even if you're not a swimmer and you just want to have a good time. But swim teams will be helping raise money. The teams will be competing. We have a lot of fun relays. The hope is they'll help raise money and people can come out and cheer their team on. They can sponsor a team. They can help get them that most money raised. The final swim event that evening is going to be a jeans race, which will be absolutely hysterical to see people swimming in jeans. Yes.
How interesting.
So you don't have to be a good swimmer. Even if they wear costumes, we want it to be fun and a little competitive. So that'll be that event here in the spring, and then in the fall, usually close to the third Saturday in August. Last year we kicked off our Field of Families, which is our new signature event. Absolutely amazing food, 3-course wine pairing. Lee Epting is the chef for that. We had it on site last year. I'm not sure if we're going to have it there or maybe try to bring it to some of the other counties. Now that we're serving Rabun and Stevens County and White County, we want to make those communities aware that we're helping their families too. So maybe by moving it around, it'll help with that. But more to come on the exact date, but it's usually a Saturday.
Well, y'all always have really exciting and creative events, so I'd love to see what you're going to come up with next. Now, for folks who are watching, how can people get in touch with you? Maybe if they need to take advantage of one of your services or programs, or if they just want to donate or volunteer to this, how can folks get in touch with you?
Sure. Our phone number is 706-778-3100. Also, our website under events, classes, there's services, events, has all of the different upcoming things. And our website is FRCOFNEG, or Family Resource Center NEG.org. So all of those initials. And you can find us still under our old name of Prevent Child Abuse Habersham. But it's really important to know that we're here to lift families up and to help them with the tools that they need.
Well, Jennifer, you and your team do an amazing job in this community, and I do not know where we would be without people like you who have such caring and big, loving hearts. So thank you for that, and thank you for your involvement with the Chamber as well. We're proud to claim you, but thanks again for being a part of the show, and we look forward to all the fun stuff ahead for you guys.
Appreciate you having me.
for joining us today on Chamber Chat. We hope you enjoyed today's program and hope to see you again next time. Chamber Chat is a community service program produced by Windstream Cable Television.